So today I'm getting ready to go and play a gig with my friend Paul Goodwin, who's a really amazing singer-songwriter here in Cambridge. I'm just getting my amp and guitar out, picking some pedals for a pedal board. So I thought it might be useful to talk you through what I'm doing and explain some of the choices I've made. So here's the guitar I'm going to be using. This is a bit of a Bitzer Partcaster guitar. I originally bought the body from my friend Rob Jackson, who had been using this guitar to tour, play with Katie Tunstall and a few other people. But all he was willing to sell me was the body, this pickup, which is a Gibson Firebird pickup, I think from a 70s or 80s Firebird, and the scratch plate. So the rest of it I had to source for myself. So I got another friend, Rob Williams, who's a really incredible guitar maker, to make this neck, which is bird's eye maple with a really deep V carve on it, and it's just lovely to play and sounds fantastic. Then the amp is Fender Princeton. The outside of it is one of the more recent custom reissues, but actually the insides of it have been completely removed and replaced with a hand-wired blackface spec Princeton circuit. There are a few extra bits and pieces on it as well. There's a silicon or valve rectifier switch and a half power switch as well, which is really useful. So here's the pedal board, and I'm plugged in now, so I'll try and give you a bit of a flavour of what's going on here. So here's just the clean sound. So the pedal chain starts with the Origin Effects Cali 76. I've got this set for really quite gentle compression, but it is on all the time, and that just helps to smooth things out, adds a bit more sustain. And I don't want to take away all the spikiness from the telly, but I want to just add a bit more fullness than there was before. So it's not a dramatic change, it's almost a security blanket for me, just to feel really confident in everything that's going to happen afterwards. So as I say, that'll stay on all the time, and that's my basic clean sound with the reverb from the amp as well. And then I've got the designer drive coming next, which just is set up for quite a fairly quote-unquote transparent push that gives me a tiny bit extra level, but just more grit and aggression, really. And the designer drive is nice and dynamic, so if I pick a bit less hard, or if I switch off from the bridge pickup, it naturally cleans up. So there's the designer drive, and then for most of this set, I'm pretty much playing clean. The designer drive is there for a bit of a push in the chorus, or give me a bit of a lift and more sustain during a solo. But there's about sort of 5% of each song where I need to get really heavy, and that's why I've got the distortion filter here. This is an earlier version of the enclosure with a slightly different design on it, but essentially the same pedal. It's a germanium hard clipping distortion with a filter built in. And this is so useful because there's a second guitarist. Paul plays electric guitar as well, and generally when I'm getting heavy, he's getting heavy too. So I really need to make sure that my guitar is going to work with his guitar and add something more rather than just kind of muddy and confused things. So that filter lets me dial in the frequency that I want. And actually when we get to the sound check and we've had a play, I will actually have a fiddle with that and get it dialed in for how his guitar's sounding, how it's sounding in the venue. And then I know that when we put those two together, it's going to sound absolutely huge. Then I've got a delay. This is the Waza DM-2, and that's just set up for straight slapback. So, one repeat, very short delay time. It's quite a subtle effect, but it makes a massive difference to the way the guitar, just the whole feel of it, really. And then finally, I love that a small board like this makes you make some hard decisions and really get down to the things that you need. It's made easy, of course, by the fact that the Princeton has reverb and tremolo built in. So I will use the amp reverb. And there's one song where I use the tremolo, the vibrato in the verses as well. But the last pedal and the biggest one on the board is a bit of a luxury, really, but it's sort of a secret weapon for a lot of what I have to do in this band, which is just play some really tasteful little chords that support the singer and the rest of the band, and just make everything sound sort of really lovely. So this is a Voodoo Vibe Junior. It is a Univibe style pedal, made by Roger Mayer, but it has this mix knob here where you can, chorus is mixing the dry signal with the phase shifted signal, and vibrato is just the phase shift. So I've got this set up so that it just adds a little bit of movement to those clean chords that makes them sound so much more interesting. So it stops way short of tremolo or really exaggerated effect, but it just adds, movement. So there you go, that's my little pedal board for an indie alternative gig. Let me know what you think. What would you have on there instead? What do you like, what you don't like? And pop it in the comments below. All right, that's it for now. Cheers.